It's actually pretty easy to get ahead of 99% of e-commerce brands after Black Friday because most of them have no real retention strategy in place. I was recently featured in one of the big reports called What's Next After BFCM, featured alongside people like Ezra Firestone and some other big hitters in the D2C space. And the overall theme of the ebook was that whoever cracks retention over the next 90 days is gonna win. I've spent the last few years running retention for some of the biggest brands and for 7, 8, and even 9-figure brands. And I've been in the inboxes myself, and we've tested so many different strategies, and we've innovated, and we've really tested a lot of new things. And in this video, I'm gonna give you 8 retention plays that you can do to get more profitable and to get buyers to come back and buy again and again after Black Friday. So the first thing is all around the new relationship and making sure that you can build trust there. I always say it, but you get one chance to make a good first impression. So you want to make sure as soon as they purchase, the hour after, 24 hours after, even a week after, that you're delivering a really good impression to them. Get them excited about receiving their order. If you're gonna have delays, make sure that you let them know that. And if there's any information that you wanna share about the product, how to use the product, different ingredients, different ways that they can use it, make sure that you have how-to videos or UGC videos that you can send them to. Another thing that we like to do is send people to a landing page where you have a headline, a how-to video, and if you want, you can actually make that video a how-to video, but also a bit of a VSL, so you can cross-sell or upsell them to a different product and then have a CTA or multiple products below the video. Not everyone does this, but if you have the resources and if you have someone on your team that can record a video, build a landing page, this is a great way to get people to come back and buy again and also build that trust. Another thing that we like to do is actually add some humor post-purchase, tell stories about the product. Maybe this is a funny story that you've heard from a customer, but tell stories, add some humor in there, and just try and do things a little bit different to other brands. The second strategy is a delivered win back. Funny enough, I actually got this from Ezra Firestone years ago, and now I got featured in the same ebook with him. But the delivered win back works so good. You have so many buyers during Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and it's really important that after they receive it, hit them with another offer that is the same as your Black Friday offer or maybe even better. Now, one thing to note here, this doesn't work if you have bad shipping times. Like, it just does not. We have tested this with some brands and we've seen that if your delivery time is like over a week, over 10 days, this is not really gonna work. But if you have, let's say 2 to 4 days, this is gonna work so good. And you set this up as a flow, pretty simple. If you have the trigger for when their order gets delivered, you can trigger it there. If not, you can just wait a certain amount of times, but you have to be careful that the order is actually delivered before you trigger this. But basically, let's say you trigger it when the product is delivered, you'll maybe wait 1 day, and then we put them into a 3-day deadline flow, which is a win back flow. So we'll send 2 emails a day for 3 days. We'll do the same offer as Black Friday or better because we've already acquired them, and we're pushing them to come back and buy more products. And we push different angles here. Come back and buy it for yourself, come back and buy it as a gift. You could just push as many angles as possible here, take your best performing emails, add them to this flow, but that's the overarching strategy, is to send 2 emails a day for 3 days as a delivered win back. Give it a try yourself. The third strategy is actually pulling out the data and try and find the time delay between your first and second purchase and also second and third purchase, and find out if there's a difference between different products. We see a lot of time, we audit so many different brands, 7, 8, 9-figure brands, and the big thing that we see is like inside of their win-back flows or their cross-sell flows, it'll just be like, wait 30 days, wait 45 days. But there's a high chance that the data isn't telling you that. It could be 17 days, it could be 34 days, okay? So have a look at the data, and if you have bestsellers, it might vary based on your bestsellers or different collections. So hop in, understand the data, and then you're gonna have a better success rate inside of those flows because you know that that's what the data tells you on when someone actually comes back and buys again. So if, let's say, you have your core product, and let's say that lasts 45 days, but you have your flow going out now after 60 days, well, there's 2 weeks there that you can have that earlier, and you're probably gonna have an even better chance of getting people to come back and buy again. The fourth thing is the second purchase rule. So we've seen that if you get someone to come back and buy again, the LTV skyrockets. So it's really important that you have these different strategies to try and get people to come back and buy again. Like I said, you have the delivered win back, but you also look at the data. So now you know when people are going to come back and buy again. And if they go through both of those flows and they don't buy, then you can do an even better offer or try some different angles to get them to come back and buy again. Because if we can get that second purchase, the LTV is going to skyrocket. One thing that you can do, another campaign or flow that we do from time to time, is 24% off for 24 hours. Very simple messaging. And that's one thing that we realized from Black Friday. There's a lot of learnings from Black Friday, but one of the things we noticed is that simple offers just work great. When people know what the offer is and then how long it's there for, and it's just very simple, those type of offers generally do best. So you can have this inside of a flow, or you can run it as a campaign, 24% off for 24 hours. The fifth strategy is to cross-sell with intent. So many times we see brands doing general cross-sells where they'll just have random cross-sells and once again, and random wait times, okay? And I actually recommend you can have these as campaigns, just like short, plain text, personalized emails, and have a look. Okay, here's your best seller, okay? What is the next product that people buy after the bestseller? Like, what does the data tell us? And then have that as campaigns and send campaigns for people that purchase these products during Black Friday and try and cross-sell the next product, okay? Don't have multiple products in there. Like, you can do that, but we've seen the best results when you take your bestseller, what's the next product that they're gonna buy, send short, personalized text emails to them, and I guarantee you it's gonna crush it. Once again, go off the data, go off the time delays, make sure that you have all of that, make sure you understand that, and I guarantee you it will absolutely crush it. The sixth strategy isn't gonna make you any more money, but it is gonna give you more data and a better understanding of who you're trying to sell to. So it's really important that you can get feedback from your customers and from people that are on your list and have joined since Black Friday. So there's multiple different ways that you can do this. Generally, inside of our agency, what we do for our clients is we will do reply emails. This is one of the simplest ways of doing it. You can just send a short email, get people to reply to that email. And there's a couple of different things you can do even inside of this. You can create a new email that it goes to, and then you can get the CS team to respond there. Or you can have a reply email going to a separate email, and then there'll be an autoresponder there as well that will then message back with a offer if you want to do that, or just a simple thank you message. Okay, so replies is the first one. The second one then is button feedback. So basically you'll send an email, you'll ask a simple question like, how was the product? What would you rate the product? And then basically you have like 3 buttons, which is like bad, okay, or great. Okay, and that's just like a simple example. And then you need to make sure that there's different URLs in each of those buttons, and then you'll be able to see the visual click data inside of Klaviyo on where people actually clicked. And then the third type, which is the best with the most resistance, is to do a survey on Typeform or Jotform or Google Form. My favorite is Typeform because you can just get the most data, and you can have like single select, multi-select, and a text option. And then also at the end, you can customize the thank you page to add an offer in there or have some sort of incentive in there if you want. But overall, getting data from your customers is so powerful. There's many different ways that you can do this, and there's many different questions and really data that you can get. A good one is always just like product feedback, experience feedback, and then try and figure out data on the customer. And then you can also figure out like, what should you launch next? For example, for a lot of brands, we'll do like, let's say if they're a supplement brand, we can do like what flavor they want to receive next. If it's like a clothing or a product, you can ask like, what color should we do next? So there's a lot of different things that you can do, but definitely make sure that you're surveying your customers, send these as campaigns. You can add them inside of flows. Generally, we just prefer to send these as campaigns like once a quarter, and you get really good feedback. The seventh thing that you want to do is actually keep up the touch points and build community and build a relationship with the customer. So many times people they'll go through a thank you flow and then they like won't email the customer, they won't send campaigns to them for like, let's say 14 or 30 days. It's really important that you can keep sending campaigns to them. You don't have to keep doing offers. I actually don't recommend that, but send emails to try and build a relationship. Tell them about the brand, tell them about the product, try and figure out what is the next problem that they're gonna face, and then make sure that you have a product that's going to solve that problem. Okay, I actually recommend doing newsletter style emails. These absolutely crush it for some brands. brands, like absolutely crush it. We try and push this for nearly every client that we work with. Some of them don't want to do it, but have an email or a campaign going out every week that's some sort of newsletter where you're sharing stories, you're educating people, you're giving insight behind the brand. Like for one of our clients that we've worked with for a couple of years now, we've done one of these every single Friday, and it's consistently the best performing email across the board. It will even beat the Black Friday emails. It's just like the best one. It's personalized, and I definitely recommend doing it for your brand. But keep the emails going out, keep the campaigns going out, and just come up with unique angles. Like you don't have to do offers all the time. You don't have to do discounts. Like I already said, I don't recommend doing that. Just come up with unique offers. Let people know, here's what everyone else is buying, how to use this product. Here's 5 reasons why, okay? Like, and let them know about availability, if stuff is selling out. Like just send people good, unique angles. Another one is good, you do the survey and then you do like 90% agreed. So you'll get the data and then you'll run a campaign off that data and then you'll let people know the feedback that you got about the product, okay? There's so many angles that brands can do. I think the biggest problem is like a lot of brands will do the same like 20 angles and they'll do that every single month, but just think outside the box, add in some sort of newsletter and then just send different angles to your customers, educating them and building relationships and sharing stuff about the product. The 8th strategy that you need to do is get reviews, because reviews fuel retention. Okay, it's really important to get reviews. There's multiple ways you can do it. You can, once again, have flows for this. You can send campaigns for this. If maybe people had a bad shipping experience, let's say during Black Friday things are busy, you can filter customers out based on if they gave positive feedback in an email. You can then send them to your Trustpilot, and there's a lot of different things that you can do. There is a cool app that you can use as well if you want to get video testimonials. People will go to this landing page, it'll be a video of you or someone from your team talking to the customer, being like, hey, how are you? And then like asking like, oh, it'd be so amazing if you can like send a video and share your honest feedback about the product. And then because they just watched a video of someone like holding their phone up talking to the camera, then they feel more confident doing it and they just reply to you with a video and then that gets submitted, okay? That's like one of the best platforms that we've seen to get video reviews. And when you have that volume coming through and when people are like just using the product, they're excited about the product, it's really, really important to do this. And sure, you can just try and get normal reviews, or you can try and get people to upload a video to a Google Drive or something like that, but it is much harder. So make sure that you're pushing for reviews. And if you want to know what that software is, just comment below and I'll let you know. So there you have it, 8 retention strategies that you can do for your e-commerce brand. Overall, what I really recommend, do all of those things, keep up consistent volume, keep your flows up to date, run A/B tests, and then try and build relationships with your customer. If you do all those things, you will see great results for your brand. And if you want our agency to run your retention for you, our agency is called Retention for Brands. I'll leave the link below and you can apply to work with us.